Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us in this incredible union. I've known many of you my whole life, but for those of you who don't know me, I'm Ashley's little sister, Christine. You may have heard the bride and groom refer to a teen, teenie, or teen bean. That's me. Again, for those of you who know me, you know that I have idolized my big sister since the day I was born. I, until now, have been her #1 fan. Now I'm her proud #2. The story I've been told my whole life is that Ashley prayed for a little sister. One of the reasons was probably because she was tired of forcing our brother, Michael, to play dress up. The second being that a new baby was much more exciting to play with than a new Barbie. Either way, it has been no secret that since the day I was born, I was hers. She somehow even convinced my parents to let her bring me, a newborn, into her classroom for show and tell. Courtney Weir can vouch for that as she was in the classroom. Let's not talk about that. This was, of course, okay with me because I wanted to be around her just as much as she wanted to be around me. And I haven't grown out of that. Growing up, I followed Ash everywhere, to the lacrosse field, to Camp Onika, and probably most significantly in my life today, to the theater. I especially followed her around when she was around her friends, and I've been lucky enough to have many big sisters, all who are represented here today. You can tell what an amazing friend Ashley is by the number of bridesmaids she has. I was 6 years old when my parents sent me away to sleepaway camp with Ashley and our cousin Lindsay. Most parents probably wouldn't send their toddler away for weeks in the Poconos, but apparently I begged to go. No surprise since Ash was there. I, like any normal child would be, was extremely homesick for the entire 3 weeks. I couldn't go more than 5 minutes without crying or vomiting, or most often than not, both. Ashley, who was 13 at the time, was told to stay with me for all of my activities and wouldn't leave my cabin at night until I was asleep. She didn't complain, at least not to me, and stayed with me the entire time. She took charge and was brave for the both of us. That's the kind of sister she is. People always ask me where I got my passion for theater from, and I immediately tell them that it was my big sister who introduced me to the theater. Ashley, a known Titanic nerd, also enjoyed the occasional show tune or playbill. I can remember watching her perform at camp and in school plays. She was a star, and I knew that I had to be up there too. One of my first roles was Rebecca Boo, 20 hours through the night to be there for my one line. Even today,
weather's fine, now spring is here.
she can still recite it. This past week, Ashley and I were reminiscing while watching some old home videos, some that you saw last night in the video. In our high school graduation video, we found an 11-year-old me squeezing the shoulders, and when I say shoulders, I mean her neck. It was pretty restricting. Of the then 18-year-old Ash. She was about to go to college, and I was not ready to let her go. No, her school was only an hour away. I was just very dramatic. Yet another thing that hasn't changed. My speech that day went like this, and I transposed this, if that's the right one. Well, Ashley, since birth you've been with me, singing me to sleep, singing me lullabies, and telling me stories about princesses. And then you left to go to school, and I was always wait for you to come home and sing to me more, and I just want you to sing to me more. That was it. That was the speech. No, the songs she sang to me were Castle on a Cloud from Les Mis, and of course, My Heart Will Go On from the Titanic. She's a great singer. Hopefully she'll sing later. I used to tell people that we were twins despite the 7-year age difference. And I had even convinced myself that this was true. I could come up with a pretty convincing argument, one that even involved a lengthy labor for our mom. I've been amazed how as we've gotten older, those 7 years have become smaller and smaller until they disappeared completely. She's my best friend, my role model, the sisters my friends envy, and the person I have to call every day, even if we have nothing else besides what we had for lunch to talk about. I can remember every detail from the day that Ashley told me about Josh. We were sitting in my room, which is right up there, and she told my mom and I about this guy she met at a bar dancing. It was a normal conversation, but the way she talked about him sounded different even then. She, of course, showed me his amputee rap. Hell of a first impression. I went away to camp that summer as a counselor and lived for Ashley's phone calls, where she would fill me in on her dates with Josh. A few months later, it was time for me to meet him and hopefully give my blessing. I was so nervous. We were meeting him for brunch, and I made Ashley do my hair and makeup and pick out my outfit. When we were ordering, I, still nervous, asked the waiter for a glass of ass water. I couldn't believe it. I had ruined every sip of my water, and he said, "How do you like that water, teen?" I knew he was a keeper. Getting to know Josh over the past 4 years has been one of the highlights of my life. The way he looks at my big sister is the way my father looks at my mother, and the way my granddaddy looked at my Nana Doe. I have never been in love myself, but getting the privilege to see the kind of love that Ashley and Josh share has been truly amazing, and I look forward to seeing it only grow stronger in the many years to come. Josh, you are so special to me, and I couldn't imagine a man more worthy than you to love and cherish my sister. I love you so much and look forward to seeing everything you two become together. Ashley, I told you the other day that I hadn't started this speech, but that was entirely untrue. The truth is, I've been writing this speech my entire life. You are my rock, my built-in best friend, and my role model. You, as well as our parents, have shown me what true love looks like, and I can't wait to one day find it myself. You, per usual, will be the first to know. Thank you for always leading the way and setting the example for me. I could never put into words just how much I love you. No, it's really long. I've never done this. I didn't know how long this was. It's almost. Lastly, I would like to thank God for bringing the entire Sunquist family into our lives. I could never have imagined that such a wonderful family existed, much less that they would be mine. Today, I not only gained a new brother, but rather 3 brothers and a little sister. Note, Anne and I have been planning this day since the day we met. There have been a lot of texts, a secret printer's board, and many other details we probably shouldn't share. Linda and Paul, you both are amazing. Thank you for giving my sister the greatest gift in the world. So now, I would like everyone to raise a glass to Ashley and Josh. I love you both so much and feel so blessed to be a part of your incredible love story.
Hey guys, thanks for attending our wedding. For a whole bunch more 360-degree video, including footage from the camera that was hidden in Ashley's bouquet, an extended cut of our wedding ceremony, and Luke's walking tour of our wedding venue, check out the links in the underbar. All this magical footage was created using these Ricoh Theta cams. If you're interested in one of these magical devices, check out the link in the underbar. And finally, if you're wondering what I will dress as for Halloween this year, make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube channel and you'll be among the first to know.
We should hang out sometime.